This is the 2020 Toyota Corolla Hybrid LE. Now this is the 12th generation of the Corolla. But first, a little bit of information on the Toyota Corolla. Toyota first introduced this model back in 1966, and over the years it sold almost 46 million units, making it the world's most sold vehicle. But however, they haven't introduced a hybrid version until this model year. Now, of course, Toyota is known for their Toyota Prius. They also have a Toyota Camry, a Toyota Avalon, and a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, but this is the first Corolla hybrid that they've introduced. Well, we'll go over some of the features of this particular unit, go over the engine specifications, some of the interior features, take it out on the road, and see how she handles. Now, starting with the front of the 2020 Toyota Corolla, as you can see, this has Toyota's sportier honeycomb grille. Now, usually the honeycomb grille is usually you find in the SE models or the XSE models, but I really like the fact that Toyota give you this option for a hybrid, because hybrids are typically not known for being sporty. Now, the Toyota Corolla does come with the LED headlights and the LED daytime running lights that are in the shape of that J. As you can see, the Toyota badge here does have blue accents, indicating that it is a hybrid model. And of course, the vehicle does come with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. So that means you're going to get standard radar cruise control in conjunction with the camera system in the windshield. You get lane departure, lane trace assist, and also speed limit indication. So that's really nice that they include some of those features standard on this vehicle. But all in all, I do like the front of this 2020 Toyota Corolla. In fact, I think it's the best looking one yet. Now, under the hood, you're going to find a 1.8 liter four-cylinder engine paired to Toyota's hybrid Synergy system. Now, this engine combination produces 121 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque. Now, this actually produces less horsepower and torque than a non-hybrid 1.8 liter four-cylinder engine. Now, of course, Toyota offers a 2-liter four-cylinder engine as well. Now, even though those two engines produce more horsepower and torque, obviously, because of the hybrid system, this is going to get far superior fuel economy, even though it produces less horsepower and torque. Now, under heavy acceleration, the engine is a little loud, mainly because you don't have any sound deadening material under the hood. Maybe Toyota could add some more sound deadening in the firewall, but under normal acceleration, it's fine. Nothing out of the norm for this class of vehicle. And of course, when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign and you're running on just battery only, it's super quiet. So again, this engine combination is actually pulled straight from the Prius model. So if you've ever driven a Prius, it's no different. Now, looking at the back of this 2020 Corolla Hybrid, as you can see, this has the new redesigned back end. The taillights are LED. You do have this plastic part that goes across. I wish it was a light bar, but unfortunately it's not. Otherwise, other than that, nothing too special other than the blue accented badge and the hybrid badge letting you know that you're driving something special. Now, underneath the Toyota badge, you'll find the trunk release. And in the trunk, you'll find it has a really good amount of space, 13.1 cubic feet of space, same as a non-hybrid version. Now, the way Toyota was able to do that is they moved the batteries from previous hybrid models from the trunk to underneath the rear seat. So this actually has the same amount of space as a non-hybrid model. Now, under this panel here, you'll find that there is no spare tire. To save weight, Toyota has eliminated the spare tire, giving you a fix-it-flat system, which if you have a small leak, that'll get you at least to a repair shop. If you have a big leak, unfortunately, you're gonna probably wanna call a tow truck. But otherwise, a decent amount of space for a vehicle of this class. Now, stepping into the back of the 2020 Toyota Corolla. Now, this is my driving position here, and as you can see, I got plenty of foot space, and I have a fair amount of knee room as well, and then I have a decent amount of headroom. So, for a person who's 5'8", plenty of room back here. However, there's not much anything else going on back here. I mean, you've got a soft padded part for your elbows, but the top part is hard touch plastic. You don't have any AC vent. All you have is a single pocket to put some stuff in. You don't have any USB ports or a 12-volt outlet to charge any of your electronic devices. Other than that, it's just a basic back seat to get you from point A to point B, which again, if I'm going on a road trip, I wouldn't mind sitting back here for a little while, but I wouldn't want to be in here for a long time. Now, stepping into the vehicle, this does feature Toyota's smart key technology. So you hit the double lines here to lock the vehicle. It does feature a touch sensor behind the handle. So all you have to do is just grab the handle. It unlocks the vehicle. Now, stepping in is pretty easy. And shutting the door has a decent sound to it. Now, you do have a cloth padded armrest. You do have your window controls here and then your side mirror controls. But it is hard touch plastic right here and then also right here. Okay, now over here it is padded, which is nice. It goes all the way across the dash, even down to the glove box, which is nice. But being a hybrid system, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, push the power button, turns everything on. Now, as you can see in the center there, you do have a nice 7-inch informational display, which shows typically your speedometer and all your other information there. You got your tachometer to the left, and then your fuel economy, your fuel gauge and your temperature gauge there to the right. Now, looking over here to the left side, you've got your automatic high beams, which is part of the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, but then you do have a couple of blank switches. You have your typical Toyota steering wheel, which, this right here controls your informational display in the center. And then your volume control, your hands-free. Over here, you can set your cruise control, the distance of your radar cruise control, and then turn off and on your lane keeping assist and lane tracing. Now, in the center here, you're going to find an 8-inch touch screen display. It does feature Toyota's Intune 3.0, so it's going to come with Apple CarPlay, but no Android Auto. It is pretty responsive system, nothing too special, but most people who have an iPhone are most likely going to use the Apple CarPlay just because it's kind of nicer. And then you also have your automatic climate control. So this does have one-touch auto. You set the temperature and adjust everything else, which is nice. You do have a cubby hole here for your phone. You have your drive mode selects here, so you can switch between power, normal, and eco. Power gives you a little bit more responsiveness. Normal bounces between fuel economy and performance, and then eco is the slowest mode of all. So it does make the vehicle feel a little sluggish. You do have EV mode, so if your battery is fully charged, you can actually drive in a parking lot strictly just on electric, forcing it to be in electric mode only. And then, of course, you've got your electronic parking brake and your park hold assist when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign. You do have 2 decent-sized cup holders. They did add this black piano plastic to kind of give it more of an upscale appeal. And then you've got a small cubby underneath your armrest here with a 12-volt outlet and then a USB port strictly for charging only. Over here, the seats, it's just a decent cloth material. You got some, a little bit of design here. Now, as far as the other USB port, there is one more right here. And then this is the one that you're going to use if you have an iPhone to get Apple CarPlay working. Otherwise, the other one in the armrest is strictly just for charging only. And then lastly, you've got your glove box here. It's a decent size, but it's hard touch plastic. It's not anything special. It's not lined or anything like that. Now that we're inside the vehicle, let's take it out on the road and see how she handles. Now, one thing that you'll notice when driving this vehicle is you do get a little bit of road noise and a little bit of wind noise. But again, nothing too abnormal for this class of vehicle. This vehicle is priced around $23,000 for this hybrid trim level. So again, it's not a luxury vehicle. That's why you pay more for a luxury vehicle, is to cut yourself off from the outside noise. If you've got the radio on, you're not going to really hear much of this outside noise. So again, other than that, that's the only thing that kind of stood out. So, driving this Corolla here, I mean, handling is fine. It's decent again for this class of vehicle. I feel pretty comfortable. I could be on a nice road trip in this vehicle. This obviously being the hybrid model would soak up those mileage You know, 50 miles on the highway, 54 in the city, 52 combined. So, you know, again, that's going to be great on your pocketbook. But, you know, other than that, you know, handling is decent. Rides over the bump is pretty soft. So the suspension is set up to absorb those bumps. Otherwise, you know, again, it's a decent ride. What's kind of nice while driving this vehicle is, you know, you have this little monitor here, energy monitor, to let you know when the engine's on or when the electric motor is on, when it's charging the battery. It's kind of funny that when you're coasting, the engine shuts off, so you see your tachometer go to 0, which, you know, normally you see that tach going to 0 in those start-stop vehicles, but it's kind of funny that, you know, that you'll actually be driving and see your tachometer here at 0. Now, again, for this vehicle, straight line speed, we'll accelerate here. So 0-60 is a pretty lethargic, almost 10 seconds, excuse me. So again, it's not a fast car. You know, when you put the pedal down, but it's got decent acceleration. So it's you know, like I said, it'll get you into traffic. If you're getting onto an on-ramp and there's a lot of traffic, you might have to kind of gauge that a little bit. But normal city driving, it's got plenty of acceleration. But, you know, straight line speed 0-60 again is close to almost 10 seconds. So just be aware of that when trying to merge into traffic. Now, sitting here at the stop again, this does have the electronic hold. So again, I can take my foot off the brake, which is nice. The tail lights do show like my feet are on the brake. So your tail lights are on while you're at a stop here. You got that little indicator letting you know that that's on, which is really nice. Again, the Toyota safety sense is really nice. So, you know, if you switch lanes or you get out of your lane, it'll beep at you and let you know, which is kind of nice. And then, of course, you know, your radar cruise control. It's a full radar cruise control. So once you set the cruise control, say, for example, 40, the traffic comes to a stop, it'll actually bring the vehicle to a complete stop, which is nice. And then all you have to do is just hit the gas pedal and re-engage the cruise control, which is really nice. One final thing I wanted to mention as far as the features in this car. Now, this feature, just like many of the new Toyota products, does have connected services. So this vehicle does have the Toyota Safety Connect, which is really nice. So if in the event that you get in an accident, somebody from Toyota will contact you. It's kind of like Toyota's version of OnStar. Or let's say you get in an accident, your phone or purse goes flying, you can't reach your cell phone, you can't get out of your seatbelt, you hit that button, again, it'll call 911, and you send, you know, those ambulance, fire trucks, police, whatever you need to your location. Other aspect of the Toyota Safety Connect is if your vehicle is stolen, they can locate the vehicle, which is really nice. So it'll help, you know, get your vehicle back in that event. Well, this will conclude the quick review of the 2020 Toyota Corolla Hybrid. Now, as always, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when I upload my next video. As always, my name is Mike Smith with Straight Line Speed. Thank you very much for watching this review, and I look forward to seeing you on my next review. Thank you to AutoNation Toyota Winter Park for making this review possible.